She beat my meat, call it a meat assault.
Yeah, and there's I'm so high, my eyes look like Wang Ding the Dong Ding thing. Yeah, that was. Why are we still making eyes squint like an Asian bars?
Oh, God.
Why are we still doing that?
And then red elephant like Donald Trump.
Yeah, he kept saying that. Every time he kept saying that, it reminded me of Nicki Minaj when she said, "Make my ass great again."
But that's all I got. That's all I got. I gotta go to Genius because I know there's more.
I just came back from a anti-Trump protest, so.
The Carter 6.
Sixth installment of the Carter legacy. Made by Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for fuck, this album was bad.
Yeah. Dear God. I can't even. Okay.
Let's do the highlights first.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the bad stuff.
Yeah.
There are two songs I liked from it.
Yeah, honestly, it was a 2 out of
19. 19 songs. We could have cut this thing in half. The first 8 would have just been fine.
This could have been a 5-song EP.
Yeah, this
was just.
If this was a mixtape, I think people would have gave it more grace. We give mixtape Wayne a lot more grace than album Wayne. It's because we got because he's put out Dedication, No Ceilings, Sorry for the Wait. We love those, and that's just him just rapping his ass off to whatever beat they put in front of him.
Yeah,
and we ate it up. I bumped No Ceilings multiple summers when I was a teenager. But when you're bringing that same energy into a project that requires structure and a concept and coherence,
which there was none of, not one bit.
It's not gonna work. For a lot of people, this was a disappointment. For
everybody.
For everybody. For everybody. But what a lot of people I'm referring to is like the die-hard Wheezy fans that still say he's the best, the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
For them, it was disappointing. For regular niggas.
For people who have a brain.
For people who understood this man peaked since the Carter 5.
Yeah, like, what year was that? Like 2019?
I want to say 18 or 19.
Yeah, that was it.
Mind you, Carter 5 was supposed to drop in like 2013, 14.
Yeah, but Birdman.
Yes, and honest and controversial. I don't think we would have liked the Carter 5 as much had it not been for Birdman holding it hostage. If Birdman didn't hold it hostage.
Yeah, okay, I can see that because that's where a lot of the hype built up.
Yeah, because we're like, why are you withholding this?
Like, we want to hear it drop it already.
It's been 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, okay.
So all the hype, and then it finally was free from its shackles.
And it was 50-50.
It was like it was a decent.
Half was good, but the other half was like, we could have.
It was a decent redemption.
Went without it.
It was a decent redemption, but a lot of the hype for it was just because we all said fuck Birdman for holding this, for keeping this from us. And just like the Carter 6, it's only 2 songs I liked.
On Carter 5?
Yeah.
Really?
I only go back to Uproar and Mona Lisa.
Damn.
That's
Those
it.
really are the damn.
Damn.
Wait, hold on. I need a refresher. Damn, you're right, low key. Hold on. Yeah. Out of 23.
And there were 23 songs on Carter 5.
Oh.
I don't feel nothing.
That's crazy.
And honestly, I'm struggling to remember how the 2 songs I like from Carter 6 sounded.
Honestly.
I'm struggling.
I can't even tell you how it starts.
There's Welcome to the Carter. And then is it These Days with Bono? One of Them Days? No, that's a movie.
Child, you out here think about SZA and Keke Palmer.
I would rather have SZA's ass on my mind than this ass album. This which ass you trying to keep?
You ain't right.
Which ass you trying to keep on your
SZA.
mind? Okay.
But let's get into some of these.
Let's do it. Let's get into these lyrics.
Okay, from Welcome to the Carter, my man said, I treat sweet, smart bitches like candy, like nerds. My personal favorite, my germaphobe ass, smoking on a Purell, no sanitizer. I should have listened to this while reading the lyrics on Genius because there's some lines I didn't even catch. While I eat Lil Mama backwards like mignon filet.
Hey, see? Hey.
Shut the fuck up. Wheezy. The F for futon. Ooh wee.
This is the best.
And his love for New Jack City. It wouldn't be right if he didn't throw a reference in there. Yeah. I made a $1 Million Man. Wait, no. Where is it? Sit your $5 ass down. Do not make me turn your $5 ass to coupons. Yeah.
Is that directed at somebody or is he just?
I think he's just talking.
He's just yapping.
He's just talking. Yeah.
That was another thing about this album. He was rapping like he needed to prove something, but at this point, you shouldn't have to do that.
He shouldn't.
You shouldn't have to prove to us.
I mean, I feel like he's trying to because over the years he's gotten a lot of flack. For him not remembering his own lyrics, and then the whole Super Bowl thing happened. Yeah. And so I guess he's trying to prove that I can still do this.
He forgot it. He forgot his own lyrics. It was during the interview. They read back one of his best bars. He's like, "Who said that?"
Safe sex is great sex. Better wear latex. Because you don't want that latex. And I think I'm latex. No! You said that! I don't know when I said that. Why I said that.
Nigga, you!
On the BET Awards, he could literally 10 seconds into a milli already forgot the words.
That's one of the most.
And it's the most. Literally, that intro is the most memorable. One of his, I'd say the most memorable.
A millionaire, I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair.
And he didn't even remember that. That's where he paused.
Yeah.
And then after, yes. That was where the first pause happened. Yes. This man does not remember his lyrics anymore.
My health teacher wanted to do a lyric breakdown of a milli. Because he says I'm a venereal disease in the intro.
That's crazy. That one line and he wanted to do a breakdown.
Listen, she was trying to relate to the kids. So she was trying to relate to the kids.
Child. Sure.
It's the equivalence of your English teacher reading you Tupac because it was poetry.
Well, that makes sense. But a health teacher want to break down a milli?
A venereal disease.
Bye.
Like a menstrual.
Bye.
Come on, y'all. I'm trying to make this appealing to your sex-addicted lifestyle.
Does he have any shit bars where he refers to himself as shit? Because he did that. He did that a lot.
Probably. I really just put this album in the back of my head. Honestly, he might.
Honestly, everybody gives a lot of flack to Ice Spice saying she got a scat fetish. Mm-hmm. Did we forget how much Lil Wayne loved talking about poop? He said, I'm shitting on y'all like two girls in one cup.
Wait. Like Taco Bell, and I bring this shit straight to the op doorbell.
Yes. There he is. There's the Weezy I know. Always ready to make a shit bar.
Dear God.
Yeah. And I beat the shit. Like loose bowels. Like.
Oh my God.
That
was in the chorus. This is beyond me. I'm sorry. But yeah, this just wasn't it. Muggo washed. I'm sorry.
That was just the first song. Was that just all the lyrics from the first song?
No, the Taco Bell one, that was the other song after the third song. Bells? Yeah. You remember the title?
Yeah.
Damn. Damn. You cared about this album more than me. Dear God. The only song I remember the title to is that Crash Bandicoot
Peanuts
song.
to an Elephant.
Yep. And that's it. That's it.
The amount?
What in the actual hell?
There's like 3 video games that played in my head when I heard that.
Crash Bandicoot, Mario.
When he's underground.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is always at the scene of a fucking crime.
What the?
Notice that.
Oh yeah.
You notice that?
Oh yeah. Lin.
He's always at the scene.
What the fuck was Lin doing there? Of all the producers you could have got, why did you think Alexander Hamilton in the Heights?
I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every invitation, every action, an act of creation.
I'm not throwing away my
shots.
You got the dude who made the music for Moana.
Fucking Encanto.
Fucking Encanto.
We don't talk about Bruno.
To do a Lil Wayne song? Like those go together? I ain't saying you can't have versatility. I ain't saying that, but
not with this man. Not with this rapper.
But Lin-Manuel and Lil Wayne in the booth together, that don't make any goddamn sense.
What? How? Who called who?
Does he have something on you? Do you owe him something? Like
no, seriously, like I'm curious. I really am.
I want to know what possessed.
And he didn't even I looked on Lin's Instagram to see if he put something on there, like when the album dropped.
Or anything?
Yeah, a background, nothing. Nothing. Not a post, not a story.
I want no credibility for this, except for when you look it up.
Insane.
I want to know what possessed you to make a beat like that and say, you know who would sound really good on this?
Young Moolah, baby.
You know what would go good with this? Lil Wayne's lighter flicker.
On this album, low key.
I didn't hear the lighter flick.
He did it?
He did?
Yeah, he did it a few times.
I think I zoned out because I didn't hear it. I think I zoned out.
Yeah, he did it a few times.
I was thinking about what I was going to get at the grocery store while I was listening to this album.
Dear God. That album really that bad that we don't even remember the lighter flicks. Damn.
I don't remember the lighter flick the same way he don't remember his own lyrics, so we even.
But yeah, -1 out of 10. I'm sorry.
That's probably the most honest one because a lot of people just say 2 out of 10.
They still trying to give him like a little bit of, sympathy.
It's the
rating.
It's the I don't like this, but you made Carter 3. That's that's literally all we're doing.
He made 6 foot, 7 foot.
You know, you made no ceiling, so sympathy.
I'll give you a little something.
Sympathy points.
But no, not for me. Never. No.
I think, everybody, whoever still has Lil Wayne in their top 5, I just need you to.
Yeah, in 2025.
I just need you to accept the fact that this is not the same Wayne we enjoyed in 2008. This is not the same Wayne.
It's a wrap.
This is not the same Wayne we enjoyed throughout high school and all that.
No.
And if your introduction to Wayne was Carter 4 and 5, I'm sorry, because he peaked. That was the peak.
And it's not making sense to me because his features were good. Like you look back on Slow Hot Wind on Call Me When You Get Lost.
Yeah.
Ate that the fuck up. You look at Sticky. It was a tiny little something, but still ate that the fuck up.
That's what I was about to mention.
So I'm like, what? What?
The only person, because the only person I've really seen bring out the Wayne that I enjoyed growing up is Tyler
My
Creator.
Pisces Kings. Yep. See? It's just something about we bring out the creativity. That's just the Pisces.
Everything that Wayne and Tyler have done together has been gas.
Chef's kiss.
Everything they've done together, from Dropping Seeds, Smuckers, to Call Me If You Get Lost. Anytime they are together on a track, Wayne, the best comes out of Wayne. Whenever he does, and it's got to be with artists, and it's always with artists it's always with artists who care more about the craft.
So Pisces.
A better side of him comes out when he's not working with Drake or Nicki or DJ Khaled. We're not gonna get half-ass Wayne. When he works with those particular artists he's used to being around, he's just gonna say whatever.
Yeah, because they're like, I don't know if it's because they're so close and they've been together for so long, so we just like, whatever. They gonna take whatever I give them type thing.
It's a yes man crowd.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's it.
It's a yes man crowd. If you're gonna work with Tyler or Corday or anybody that cares more about the lyrics and the crafts and the structure,
you gotta step the fuck.
You gotta step the fuck up. People like Drake and Nicki and Tyga, the whole Young Money gang,
hell no.
They're not gonna.
Hell no.
They're not gonna give Lil Wayne help.
The same people who made Bedrock. Hell no.
They're not gonna give Lil Wayne healthy criticism. They're not gonna get.
They don't give a damn.
All these people that Wayne put on, they're not gonna.
They're too scared.
They're not gonna tell him.
They don't got the balls.
They're not gonna tell him, hey, take out that Asian bar. They're not gonna tell him that. They're not gonna do that.
No. They got too much respect for him, I'm sure. Ooh. But
this was a major.
This was rough.
It was a rough disappointment. It was a big reality check. It was a big reality check for people that thought Lil Wayne was still at the top of his game. But when you think of the older rappers, because that's what he is now. He is an older rapper. He's 42.
God damn. Damn.
He's 42. And when you think about the pioneers like Eminem and Jay-Z and Nas, who matured, they put out projects where that
show their age.
They
ain't trying to still keep up with the youngins.
They're not trying to do that.
And they're like, I'm a father.
I'm a father. My knees hurt.
Yep. Infidelity issues.
Yeah, I just want to.
Marriage issues.
I just want to stay at home and watch the game at this point. Okay,
And it works because we don't want to listen to old people try to sound young.
I don't want to hear Jay-Z almost 50 talking about how he's still big pimping with Bun B. I don't want to hear that.
Thank you.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear Eminem almost 50 still talking about how he would murder his ex-wife.
And unfortunately, he's still doing it.
And he's still kind of doing
rapping like that.
It's just a bunch of dad jokes now, but the death of Slim Shady was his way of just killing off this alter ego that is no longer works.
Yeah.
When he was 22, it was like, this is a crazy persona that I can capitalize off of and make a name for myself.
But now,
yeah, you can't be almost 50 still.
Yeah.
It's talking about the same unhinged stuff that you were saying at 22. You can't.
Yeah.
And Wayne is still talking about drugs, eating pussy, getting his dick sucked.
Oh God.
At 42. He's still rapping about the same shit that we all love.
But it gets to a point.
But it gets to a point. It gets to a
I would
point.
actually like to hear him rap from where he is at now. At that 42-year-old state or whatever. Talk about your kids or some, like, you know, some 40-year-olds do. I don't know.
I think the most introspective thing we heard on the Carter 6 was his son featured on the hook. And they didn't and they still didn't talk about nothing. Talking about the fucking Ferrari.
Like, oh God.
He got a little like written history. The last song on the album, I think it was like his only like introspective song because he's
if
talking.
you even want to call it that.
I'm trying. Because the King Carter, how it starts, him just showing off his accolades and why he is one of the best, and then the very last song is the only time he's really showing us like, oh, this is what the Carter's all about.
Yeah.
But in between those two songs,
bullshit.
there's a whole bunch of Joe Budden.
Foolish.
I'd just give it a regular 1 out of 10.
And that's being nice.
I've grown out of Wayne for a very long time. I haven't cared for what he's put out since Carter 5. After I heard Carter 5, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna go any further than this.
Honestly, it could have ended there if we are being so completely honest.
Because imagine
that series could have ended there and it would have been beautiful. It would have been nice.
Imagine how much more respect we would have for this man and his legacy if he ended it with Carter 5 because of how we built it up. We wanted to see this come out because of how shitty Birdman is. And now you can put out Carter 5. It ended beautifully with songs like Let It All Work Out and God Took His Time. And you confess that the gunshot when you shot yourself, it was actually suicide.
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm like, you can end it here. You can end it with the 5th.
But he's like, nah.
And then
I got one more in me.
All because you couldn't perform at the Super Bowl in your home state, and I get it. I get you from New Orleans, but
even then, like,
have you seen the way you perform? Have you seen it? I remember when I showed her the VMA performance he did.
Wait, where they had the giant TV screen?
No, the performance I showed you, where he performed at the VMAs, in nothing but some skinny zebra pants, and he was performing John, and he grabs a guitar and strums nothing. Like, this is the guy y'all wanted to perform.
I buried that so deep.
This is the guy y'all wanted to perform
at the Super Bowl.
And y'all acting like anybody can perform at the Super Bowl. You realize the production, the choreography.
Yeah, you have to. This is months of planning.
There's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, a bunch of creativity, a bunch of like organizing. You really think that man could do all of that?
Also, what would that even look like at a like, be honest, what would that look like? What would a Lil Wayne Super Bowl performance look like?
A bunch of yelling, a bunch of
don't stop.
Imagine if he performed Knockout.
did anything
Baby,
for Reaper.
1, 2, 3. Tell him to get the referee.
Because that's another thing. That's another thing. If he did the Super Bowl performance, because Gibbs is gonna, because if he did the Super Bowl performance, we as Lil Wayne fans are gonna expect to see the Young Money gang. They're not gonna show up.
Hell no.
They're not gonna come.
Nope.
They're not gonna show up. Drake was not. Drake didn't pull up for Carter 6.
Nope.
Nicki only pulled up for
After the fact.
Nicki only pulled up after everybody said it was ass. Like,
and it became more ass after she jumped on it. So,
what'd she say? Cakes for days, I don't need a baker.
something like that, child.
Your ass is fake. A baker was clearly involved. It's like,
Not even a baker. It was somebody on TikTok. They watched one TikTok and thought they could do that. Yeah. No.
yeah, like, what would that even look like if he did it? Like, the easy part is coming up with the set list.
Yeah, because he
He can do.
it was just literally a milli lollipop.
Got money.
Yep. I don't think he would do normally, so that's too advanced for him. So 6 foot, 7 foot.
He'll be yep.
Miss Officer.
Yeah, like half the set. Y'all realize half the set list is the Carter 3.
What was that? She Will.
But that Drake.
Oh yeah, Drake.
Drake's
That's right,
on it.
and he carried that whole song pretty much.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like he could do "Bitches Love Me." Oh, he's gonna do How to Love.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Shit.
That was the only time he was. That was the only song he wasn't misogynistic. that was literally the only song.
Ooh, that hurts.
It's the only song. That was the only song where he respected women.
Mirror. You think he would do that?
I don't think he remembers Mirror. I don't think he remembers Mirror.
Fuck. I was gonna say Forever, but again, Drake. Unless he would just get Eminem to come out.
I don't think Eminem's gonna show up.
No.
Not for one. Eminem gonna pull up.
Sure shit, and Kanye ain't coming out.
No. Oh no. Eminem.
Dang, that's everybody on the whole song.
Yeah. Eminem pulling up for Dre. He ain't pulling up for Weezy.
You're right.
Because now, but if he was able to get Eminem, this does make the show better because they could do Forever, they could do Drop the World, they could do No Love, like
Yeah, but
and No Love. That's one of Wayne's best verses. The last show,
challenging, I guess.
yeah, the last show he did was at Madison Square Garden, and he had a 42-inch, he had a 42-inch teleprompter.
4K HD.
Staring at that bitch like,
Ooh.
excuse my charisma, vodka with a spritz.
And it's sad.
Yeah, his brain cells look like Luke Skywalker's uncle and auntie right now. Hey, them shits is
Now, why you had to say that?
them shits is cooked.
Why you had to say that? He always just gotta take it there.
And the fucked up part is, he's the influence for a lot of the rappers we know today.
Mm-hmm. So I know they're like disappointed.
So-
I know they probably feel like just like damn.
His worst sold album, Rebirth, birthed a lot of today's artists. It birthed Uzi, it birthed Juice WRLD, it birthed Lil Peep, Kodak, it birthed Young Thug.
Yep.
Like the worst thing he ever put out is the reason we have all of these rappers today.
Unfortunately. Damn. That's the craziest outcome. Holy crap.
They got a few good.
Not even you believe that. Not even you believe that.
Out of everybody I just named, I like Juice WRLD the most.
He was bearable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. the Juice World. As for everybody else,
Don't do drugs.
don't do drugs.
But yeah, as for everybody else,
Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
and don't abuse women.
That as well. If there's anything you learn from this review, it's don't do drugs. Women are human beings. Lil Wayne is not a human being.
Fuck. He's a Martian. Jelly Roll.
Bono,
Yep.
Big Sean, 2 Chainz, his son.
Well, that one makes sense.
I enjoy a wholesome kid feature. I enjoy it. I'm never gonna hate it. Except when no.
Except on what?
I was gonna say Adonis. I'm like, nah, let me not do that.
Yeah, don't do that Black King like that.
They're the same color as cauliflower.
Jeez. That's mad.
There was Kodak
That's
Black, Kodak Black, MGK.
Oh yeah.
I'm just sitting in the studio with my gun.
That kind of makes you know what? Never mind. I'm taking that back. I was gonna say that kind of makes sense because he did a rock album back in the day, and maybe, you know, he
did a lot of rock song. He did a lot of rock songs on this album. I'm like,
yeah. So maybe that's why he enlisted him. Maybe.
I
don't know.
Of all the rock artists,
I don't know.
Of all the rock, and MGK does very surface level punk rock. I would not call MGK.
Well, now he does after Eminem whooped his ass. Yeah, now he does, but give him some time. I'm sure he'll grow.
Eminem banished him from hip hop. How long now?
Listen.
If y'all feel the same, leave a comment.
They do. You don't even gotta say nothing. We know.
Let us know what y'all thought of it.
They thought it was ass. I got y'all.
If y'all want to hear any more album reviews from us, you can leave a comment for any albums you want us to.
Preferably somebody who can actually make good music.
But also, for good click.
Please don't torture us.
But also
I'm begging.
But also for good clickbait.
You just want us to torture. You just want us to suffer.
I do. But that's how we feel about the album. Big letdown. Hopefully people expand their palette a bit now that they know it's not Young Money. It's the Young Money era has been dead for over a decade now.
Oh yeah.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Happy Black Music Month.
Yeah.
Hello.
Happy Black Queer Mental Health Month.
Yeah, June just doing it. June is ran through. Oh my God.
Shit. June is ran through. June is that girl that got banned from OnlyFans.
You just had to go there.
I did.